Hi there, my name is Dami Olanrewaju. I'm the founder of Garnet Realtors Network, which belongs to Upper Line Nigeria Limited. So that's our Realtors expression. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Garnet Weekly. And in this series, what we do is to be able to empower realtors, experience an upcoming one with several skills and strategy on how to close sales, from handling obstacles to prospecting sales, generating leads, closing clients and all of that. So I will encourage you to look at the numbers scrolling on the screen and just send a WhatsApp message to join, or just go to our website www.garnetpropertybrokerage.com and register, and you'll be prompted to enter into our WhatsApp group where we share different materials that you can use to push and sell. We have robust incentive and perks. We have massive commission system. We have several perks, spa, HMO, shopping vouchers, and different things that we give to our realtors just to encourage them. Okay, so let's get to it. Today I want to talk about one major thing that I think realtors need to improve on. It's called improving your follow-up game. Improving your follow-up game. See, follow-up can make or mar any sales process, okay? And so you need to understand how to be able to take that client to where they are currently to where you want them to be, which is consummating the sales and closing the sales, okay? Number one in follow-up is that you need to have a system of follow-up, okay? And you need to be able to segment your follow-up, okay? You should have a separate follow-up system for clients that are 80% into concluding the transaction, that somebody that is on a 10%, on a 30%. So you must have at least 3 buckets of clients that you are following up, and they are at different interest level. You don't follow up with somebody that is into 90%, almost 100% in a sales process, like you follow up on somebody that is around 50%. Maybe there's still skepticism, there's interest, but there's skepticism. They have been burnt in the past and all of that. And another one, maybe somebody that is uninterested or does not have the capacity, which is like 10%. What I realize for most realtors is that they end up focusing their energy on customer on the 10%. And so that leads me to the second point. The quantum of activity you need to do, then the quantum of energy that you give into each of the buckets of prospect in the sales process. I would advise per time, so that you don't dissipate energy, you don't get discouraged, that about 50% of your energy should be spent closing, or about 60% closing the client that are at 80%. Because that is what will give you that credibility, that what will give you that strength and power to go and deal with the more problematic ones in the 50% range of sales consummation, or in the 10% or 0%. Okay, so you must manage your energy to make sure that you are spending your energy in the right direction. Otherwise, you're going to be pretty much frustrated. The reason why you don't have the 60%, you are not focusing your energy on the 60% is because your sales pipeline is weak. So you end up focusing more of your energy on clients that would still take a bit of time to close. Remember, one of the maxim of sales is always be closing. ABC, always be closing. But there's another cousin of that acronym. It's called ABP. ABP. That's always be prospective. So you must always have prospects from the start of your funnel that you are nurturing to be able to move to the middle, which is like 50% interest, to that 90 to 100%. Failure to do that, you will not have somebody to consummate per time, and you'll be dealing and wasting your energy on customer that still needs a lot of nurturing. So what do? Your quantum of activity or energy should be 60% of the prospect that are almost closing, okay, and 20% to the one at the 50% range in terms of closing, then the other 20% to the new prospect that you are bringing into your sales process, into your sales funnel. So you need to understand that prioritization and management of energy in terms of quantum of activity and quantum of energy. Okay, Number 2 point is that in your sales, in your follow-up process, one of the things that you must potentially identify are potential barriers to consummating the sales. And most of the times they are always unsaid, or let me say, maybe they are unheard. The reason why they are unheard is probably because you are not listening very well to the clients. So especially if you are having obstacles with sales, of course you have typically some time wasters as clients. But most clients are speaking, especially through non-verbal clues, but you are not listening because maybe you are observed. That's why in sales you must listen. Of course, there's a part where you prospect, there's a time where you give your pitch. But the bulk of the time you need to ask questions. You need to listen. You need to ask questions and questions. Why are you not paying today? Why are you waiting till the next 2 weeks to pay? Is there something I can use to sweeten the deal? Is there an obstacle? Is there a mindset problem? Like, of course, you don't ask client like that. You want to dictate maybe mindset. Some clients, for example, I was dealing with a client the other week. What he wanted is to buy a land that has allocation. And when I went back to the form he filled online, instant allocation, I realized that was what he wrote in the extra comment. And that's why we make sure that we give the client to promise to save 5 to 7 days from when you pay, you'll be allocated. But if you don't listen, if we have our own structure, these are the allocation days and all of that, you will lose the clients. It took me time to really probe and listen properly to know, okay, this is what is very critical. And the client ended up talking about the fact that there are several colleagues that have bought land, but they are yet to be allocated. He doesn't want to fall prey. He has the money in the bank, but he wants a company that can allocate immediately. So those are some of those, things you need to listen for. You need to check out. A lot of people are not there. A lot of people are not yet convinced. You need to be able to identify barriers to your sales and to be able to make sure that you prefer solutions to moving the sales conversation further. Okay? The third point is your conversation channel, or what we call your follow-up channel. One of the things you must realize in the follow-up with clients is that you must be able to identify their preferred channels. Some clients would like to be called, some like to be texted, some clients would like email or follow-up. Okay? And one of the things you can do early on in your sales prospecting game with the client is, for example, if you call a client, of course, by default, if a client does not pick twice, you don't call again, right? Send a text, copy the same text and send it on a WhatsApp. Look at how the client will respond. Is the client calling back, which means maybe most of the time you don't even call at a particular time of the day. So let's say you've chatted or you've called twice, the client is returning your calls after 5. It means that that's the best time to follow up on the client. Or you chatted the client up, you texted, the client is replying through text. Naturally, everybody probably will prefer to do WhatsApp. Or for me, naturally, I like to call clients. Like, I want to hear your voice. I want to be able to predict as much as possible. If it aligns with your preferred method that you're comfortable with, do that. But put the customer first. You must communicate with the customer on his or her own preferred channel. Otherwise, you are going to wear out the customer. Then you must leave out space. Then there's a concept. The last point I want to raise today is that there's a concept of under following up and over following up. You must avoid those two traps. Your follow-up game must be optimized, which means you don't follow up too much. In other words, you must be able to learn how to leave appreciable space, but not too much space. That leads you to over-follow on the follow-up. A lot of people, clients will tell you or prospect will tell you, call me 3 weeks. 3 weeks, leave in 3 weeks, except something major. For example, I have a client on my consulting side that is saying, let's talk in 3 weeks. And I can understand the reason. Because the person is going to take a break for something, the person is bereaved, and you understand that. But a client that is just waiting, except the person is waiting for salary or something, and you know. But a client that's just one of the delay tactics, giving bland, future meetups, and a lot of things would have happened in the course of that time. Disinterest will have set in, other priorities might have set in. Okay? So these are some of the ways to increase your follow-up game. But one bonus point I will share with you guys, because follow-up requires mental energy, physical energy, and you need to be at the right place at the right time. Make sure that you are always filling your pipeline. That also even gives you the opportunity to be able to leave the right space for you to follow up. So if you have 10 or 15 people that you are following up with, it's different from somebody having 1 or 2 people. So it's either you are following up the person every day or you don't follow up. So, but imagine you have 10 to 15 people and you follow 3 up today, you leave space, you follow another 3 up, you leave space, you follow another 3 up, and the weekend is over, right? Then you start on Monday again, you follow up the 3. So you realize that you are leaving appreciable space, 3 days, 4 days, max of 1 week space. Okay, guys? So that's how to actually do your follow-up. And the last point that I'll raise here is having crucial conversation with the client. Follow-up should not go on indefinitely. Of course, there are some outlier clients that you have to prospect for month and month. But you always know the clients that are ready to buy now. Of course, you can, the ones that are not ready, it's better for you to know that and return them into that nurturing bucket, okay, than following up. At some point, you have to have some frank conversation with clients. Are you ready to buy? What's the issue? Is it the money? Is it the price? And in that instance, you are probably offering them discount or offering them a comfortable payment plan and all of that. But clients that will buy are not time wasters. And you should be able to know, psychologically, you should be able to detect clients that are going to buy or clients that are not able to buy. And you'll be able to move on and have, great sales. So guys, I wish you happy selling. Don't forget to follow me across all my social media platforms at the Dami Olarinwaju so that you know when this new content drops. My main content drops, particularly this Garnet Realtors Weekly drop every Friday. So you want to turn on your notification and make sure you check every Friday for new and fresh episode of this series. And I would also like to mentor you, and this can happen when you join our Garnet Realtors network. Look at the numbers scrolling on the screen. Make sure you send a WhatsApp, don't call, but send a WhatsApp. You're going to be added to the group. And alternatively, you can go to our website, garnetpropertybroking.com, and be part of our realtors and win amazing prizes, perks, and opportunities, and earn great commission. Happy selling, guys. I'll see you on another episode. Thank you. Take care. Bye.